Okay. So, right before we came to that block party, I had just gone on a retreat by myself just to kind of seek God and figure out, you know, what do I want to do with my life or that kind of thing. And so I really felt a call to come back to worship and to, it's something I'd done all through high school and some in college, and just had gotten away from a little bit. We'd always gone to church, but I had stopped leading. And so that was sort of the first thing, was just going on this retreat and feeling this call, and then coming to the block party and meeting people who had a need and basically an opportunity to fulfill that call. So that's really how it started. And then I led a few times, and there was already a worship team here, and they were awesome. And so it was really easy to come into this role, and with a great group of people who just are, I think, from all different kinds of traditions, and so some are not used to the songs that we sing, but I think all of them respond to the spirit in those songs. And so as we've gone along, I've tried to incorporate a little bit of those other traditions, and have just come to really enjoy it more and more. The preparation, the staff meetings, everything is really, each one of those things are a high point in my week, actually. And it of course culminates at Sunday service, where we all come together from all our different places, all our different experiences, to worship the one true God together. Is that one of the green ones?
I did two quick questions.
Okay, what?
One is, so what excites you about the New Life's vision?
Is this me or Chad?
Oh, anyone, both of you?
Did you say how you like serve?
Oh, she did. No. Did you? With the children's ministry?
Oh,
okay, you want to add? Oh, okay, no, let's say that. We could edit, we could weave those two together. So, yeah, so why did you choose to serve as a children's pastor?
I wish I could say that, like, I had this experience where God called me, but it was not really that way. There was just an opening, and I knew that I have sort of my whole life worked with kids, and it just felt like a really natural fit. And I knew that Chad really enjoyed working in church, and that the people are really special. And so I thought, well, why not? I couldn't really think of a good reason to not do it. And so it was, I think sort of from the beginning, it just sort of was fun, and it has been a blessing to me and to our family, and hopefully to the kids of the church. That's it.
Okay. All right, then the last, what excites you about New Life's vision? Both of you.
As a parent, I'm excited about New Life's vision because the idea of totally welcoming and including all different types of people. I feel like I sort of grew up in a bubble, and I like the idea of for our kids to get a little taste of God's kingdom here, and to understand that God is so creative, and when He made people, He didn't make them one way. He made them lots of ways. And that, there are so many different kinds of people, and with so many gifts and so many different ways that they express themselves and serve God and become part of a community. And I just love that, like, kaleidoscope image. And for their experience to be like that, and so that's what they are used to, rather than a certain type of person, and then having to later sort of grow into being able to accept different kinds of people. If they're just surrounded all the time by this beautiful array of God's children, I think that will give them such a better picture of who God is.
Chad, you?
I think that what's exciting to me is that the gospel matters here in a way that it doesn't at some churches, or it's not as apparent, because we really are so different in so many ways that what unites us is Jesus. And so I think at a time when Christianity may be falling out of the cultural norm, but even when it's still so prominent, we kind of asked ourselves the question of, why does Raleigh need a new church? And I think that we can genuinely say, at least for ourselves, that New Life is distinct and different because of who comes here. Hopefully the message preached at all churches is in sync, but a lot of times churches are, one group of people kind of affiliating with their own comfort zone, or people in their comfort zone. And at New Life, we're challenged to interact with people from a different experience, and we're confront barriers or assumptions that we have about a certain type of person, and we're able to talk about those freely in a loving community, and through that develop friendships and that really represent the kingdom, like Andrea said. And so we're excited to be part of that.
All right, last question. You guys are superstars in Raleigh because of that hit video. Can you tell us a little bit about how you started filming, and how do you feel about your superdom stardom?
Andrea had the idea, and she wrote the lyrics with a little editing help from me. And then we just did it. We often talk about, we should do this, or wouldn't it be funny if we did that, but we never really actually do it. And so this time I had just gotten some recording equipment that I bought for myself for my birthday a couple months ago, and you had to put it to good use. So I set it all up, and we recorded, and Andrea sang beautifully, and then we shot the video in a day, and then I spent many nights editing the video. But it was actually a lot of fun, and I hope we can do it again.
Yeah.
And I think, the response, are you surprised by the response?
I'm very surprised by the response. I didn't expect anyone to watch it, or to like it, or to care. But I tend to underestimate people's response to things, or how much they're going to like something, and Chad tends to overestimate. But he was actually right this time. So yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I think the ride seems to be sort of over for now for this song, but it was a fun project to do as a family, and the kids they didn't actually like doing it, but they really like watching it and hearing other people talk about it. So I think we'll do it again, because it was a fun little project for us to do, I think. And I think we can do better, like faster. Yeah.
A lot of that was learning curve.
Yes, there was a learning curve.
Very gifted family, and I've also heard that it's become a ministry that some of the people have been blessed by it. And actually, I even got an email to our church thanking us that we have people who are gifted to put that song out, and to affirm them in having many children, and that it is a blessing.
Well, I think some of the comments that I like the most were comments from people, not necessarily who had a lot of kids, but who had a different kind of family, who had a child with, autism, or who had adopted some children, or who had chosen to only have one, because the message was just like, it's your family and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And so that I heard from all different kinds of people that was just a nice message to hear, because people like to tell you how they feel about your family. whether you care about their opinion or not, they like to share it. So I think it was nice because not every family looks like 2 parents and 2 kids and like that. Families are like messy and fun and lovely, and sometimes we don't fit the norm, and that's okay.
So you're gonna have more kids, as the song says?
This one right here. But just one. Then we're really done. Hopefully.